Hey, good morning everyone. This is Mexicali Fish Keeper. Today is Sunday, March the 6th. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm actually driving to Phoenix this morning. I'm going up to the Southwest Aquatic Society meeting today, and I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit of that with you guys so you guys can get an idea what our meetings are like. And hopefully, since I'm getting up that way, I'll be able to do a store tour of one of the stores in Phoenix. This is a store I've been wanting to go to. I've actually already reached out to the owner of the store, and they said that I could come by. I've asked them a few questions, so if everything goes well and my drive goes without a hiccup, I should be arriving there roughly around 11 o'clock. And we'll go ahead and do that tour right before the meeting starts. So I'll see you guys in a bit. You guys have a good day. Hey, how's it going? Well, I'm in Phoenix now. Actually, I'm more closer to Mesa, just past Phoenix. It's about 11 o'clock right now, so yeah, it's about a 3-hour drive. According to the Google Maps, I'm about 3 miles away from where the store is going to be at. So hopefully in a few minutes we'll be there to be able to do that tour, and let's see what they have. Okay, it looks like we're here. I'm going to go ahead and get off and introduce myself and make sure it's still okay with them for me to go ahead and record this. And once I do all that, then I'll go ahead and give you guys a tour of the store. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey, how you guys doing? This is Mexicali Fish Keeper, and I'm here with Devin, the owner of Plants and Fins. And he's going to allow me to come into the store and do a little tour of the store. He's located out here in Mesa, Arizona, just east of Phoenix. If you happen to be in the area, it's a well worth trip to come out here. I've already had a little sneak peek, so I've been able to go in there and look at what he has, and it's some really neat stuff. But before we get started, Devin, how long have you been in the hobby?
Oh, about 17 years. I was breeding African Cichlids out of my garage in South Gilbert about 15 years ago. It's a slippery slope. I started with one little planted tank of German blue rams, and it grew into just owning a fish store 17 years later. So,
now your store, how long has it been here in this area?
Here in Gilbert, we've been here for about 1.5 years. The store was previously owned by its two owners before me, and they were in Queen Creek before that for about 1.5 years. So it's been almost 3 years.
And so your store, based on the name, I'm assuming you guys have plants. And what's the other type of specialty fish that you guys keep?
Yeah, we mainly focus in the planted fish community and the nano fish community. So we carry a lot of plants. Obviously, we're probably the biggest tropical aquatic plant carriers in all of Arizona. But we bring in a lot of the fish that you don't typically see at a lot of the bigger box stores. So you won't see neon tetras. You're not going to see a lot of the normal fish you can get anywhere else. We bring in more specialty fish. So we're trying to bring in things like the Galaxy rasboras and the white cloud minnows and things that people that love the nano fish and the nano tanks and that school together in a lot of those planted situations that they want. The other thing that we really emphasize in is the African Cichlid. So the whole back of the store that we'll see, it's all dedicated to breeding and growing out African Cichlids. So two different side worlds in this hobby, but they're really our main focus. And of course, we still carry the colorful shrimp and crabs and snails and things like that, and no saltwater. So everything's dedicated to freshwater.
Okay. Now, once we do the tour, people are going to see what you have in there. Is there a way that if they're not from the area that they can still purchase from you?
Yeah. Right now we're building our website, so it's been a long time coming. I was trying to get it live a few months ago, but we've just been so busy that I haven't been able to get it done. But I take special orders, so if you private message the shop, either on Instagram or on Facebook, we will send orders out. So we have a shipping station. We're prepared to fully do it. I just don't have the website done yet. So if there is anybody that's interested and you want to have a stock list or you want to know what we carry and you want us to ship it to you, we're prepared to do that.
Okay. And then also something that I learned that was real interesting, you tend to stock your store with local breeders. Is that what if I understand correctly, you try to buy a lot of your fish here locally?
Yeah, actually, instead of buying them, we have a breeding program. It's called our breeding partner program. And I wanted to do this when I was a breeder. So I was trying to convince and find somebody that was local that also had an online presence to take this idea. I couldn't convince anybody to do it, and so I've just decided within my own store to do this. And what it means is that if you're a local breeder and you want to sell your fish, I want to be able to provide a platform for you to do that, where you don't have to market yourself, you don't have to deal with the customer relations, you don't have to deal with the shipping. I handle all that for you, but I'll list your fish or your livestock on the website, and as it sells, you get the money for the fish. So you set the price as a breeder and decide, hey, I want to sell my fish for this much. That's what it sells for. You get all the profits from your fish. I just fulfill your orders for you and do the shipping and the customer service and handle that. My benefit to that is I'm offering a wide variety of products on my website, so more people are attracted, and they're going to buy dry goods, they're going to buy my fish, they're going to buy other stuff along with yours. So it's a win-win situation that way.
Okay. Now, also, and then in case for people that are in the area, what's your address where you guys are located at?
We're at Gilbert Road, McQueen Road in Gilbert, on McQueen in between Baseline and Guadalupe. So we can post the address to the shop so that you can come find it. It's a little hard if you Google map it. The pin just kind of shows our whole complex, but we do have a sign on the door. We're the only retail shop in this area. But yeah, we're located in Gilbert on McQueen Road in between Baseline and Guadalupe.
All right, well, Devin, thank you very much for allowing me to be here. We're going to go ahead and step inside, and I'm going to show the people what you got here, so that hopefully in the future they'll be coming here. If not, once your website's up and running, they'll be able to order from you.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
So,
all right, as you come in, you come in here, and this is where they have their checkout here. They got your basic aquascaping supplies. They have some medication. They provide their own food also. They have their own food line. Besides some of the other popular brands within the hobby. When he was talking about keeping nano tanks, here are some of his tanks that he's got right in here, and all his tanks are planted, and they carry a really good selection of plants. A little shrimp tank right here. They also have some hardscape. They have all kinds of nano tanks, filtration system, aqua soils, and then over here, this rack, predominantly the top part of it, is all shrimps. They have caradinas on the top and neocaradinas in the bottom. They have your crystal reds, which are in here. And then they have some crystal blacks. Down in here is where they have their row of neocaradinas. Looks like they have some blue ones there.
we get stock on Monday, so we're a little low on the shrimp.
So, is that typically when you get your stock? Is it Mondays?
The shrimp stock.
Oh.
This is a local breeder. This is one of our breeding partners that does the shrimp.
Is that Michael Coleman?
No.
Oh.
No, it's another kid. His name's Adam.
Oh, okay.
He breeds all these shrimp in house and he brings them to us, but we usually are sold out of them through the weekend, and then he brings them in on Monday. So we're a little low on the shrimp stock right now, but he's going to be stocking this back up.
Perfect. And then below down here, it looks like a 75-gallon where they have some mollies. Are these locally bred mollies?
No, these actually, we just set this tank up as a tank to be able to receive fish in for people to donate.
Oh, okay. And then over here, he's got some more nano cubes. These are more display cubes, right?
Yeah, we do sell out of some of these. It's hard to get some of the fish out of here. We don't want to keep tearing it up. But if people are insistent, we'll sell stuff out of here. But these are just examples of different display types that you can do with the planted setup.
Yeah, this looks like we're keeping Congo tetras in here.
Yeah, and we got some black neons in this one. The white cloud minnows are down below.
Is that a peacock gudgeon in there?
It is.
What are these pink plants? I've never seen those before.
That's a tiger lotus.
Tiger lotus.
Yep.
And you guys carry those here too, right?
Oh yeah, there's a whole tank of them down there.
Oh, okay.
Those little bulbs turn into that big red plant.
And these do real well in hard water?
Oh yeah.
All your
Everything, all of this is on one system.
Okay.
So all this is a tap water system. Everything that we get, we try to get by acclimated in, or bred in hard water. So all of our local breeders here in Arizona, most of them are doing that. But we want to have people be successful. The majority of our customers don't know to go home and start with RO and buffer it for their natural habitat. So rather than try to educate, we're just trying to make it as simple for everyone as we can. Say just everything we have is already acclimated to tap water.
And this would be more of your smaller fish, this rack system here?
Yeah. Over on this side is these are more of our nano fish and planted fish, like our rummy nose tetras and the galaxy rasboras. We have chili rasboras. I mean, we typically bring in really small stuff on this side. The other side is the male bettas. So every tank has one male betta in it, along with the plants. And then this big tank right here is typically our sorority betta tank, but we probably only have about 10 left in there. We normally keep it stocked 30 to 40 fish.
And you try to keep plants in all your tanks too, right?
Yeah. We stock all of these full of plants.
And
all the way around.
all the plants that they can see here, they're for sale?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, let's go ahead and give them a little sneak of what you have here. These look like there's some angelfish in here. Oh, the glare's pretty bad. Looks like we have some barbs over here. Some paradise fish right in here. This looks like some sort of Daniels. You have some gouramis over here. Looks like we have an Akara and a, I want to say it's a biker or whatever it is people call it. You have some little rasboras, tiny rasboras. These guys are really small. Great for 1 gallon, 2 gallon aquascaping tank. I've even seen them kept in bowls, those natural bowls. I think these are penguin tetras. With some cherry barbs, it looks like. Hey, we got some Bolivian rams in here. One of my favorite fish. With an assortment of some guppies and some skirt tetras. Little community tank. Over here, it looks like we have some killifish with some pea puffers. Well, let me see if I can catch that guy. Hey, down in there. There we go. There's 2 of them down there. Let's go to the bottom rack. This one, he just has some plants, it looks like. Oh no, there's a rainbow fish in the back. We have what I think are some endlers in there. We have some plecos. Some more plants. Some Cenadonis catfish in the back. With some plants. Some microswords and I guess it's some type of hydrophilia. The red lotus plant in here, the tiger red lotus with some luminous. Also very popular. And it looks like back in there he's got a pleco with some spots on it, white spots. I wonder if it's a snowball pleco. And in here it looks like some blue platies or assortment of platies with what I think it's some bacopa. Let's go to the next rack. In here it seems like these all have anubiuses in them, different types of anubius. I picked up some of these right now and some of the Nanocon. Let's see how those work out. And then back here, it looks like it's some beta tanks. Look at the color of this guy right there. Oops, didn't mean to startle him. I don't know how well it's coming across on the camera, but it almost seems like he glows. Yeah. I don't know what that is. He's got little tiny fish back in there. I don't know if you can make them out. It looks like a real tiny peacock onion, but could be wrong. We got some Pandagaras, and it looks like a wild type betta. And there's another one in there. I don't see what he's got in there. Okay, yeah, some more of those little. They look like legends, but I don't know if that's what they are. Like he was telling you, this is typically their sorority tank, and they also have a lot of plants that they sell out of there. They have some carpeting plants. It looks like some Monte Carlos and some Taiwan moss, weepy moss, Java moss, different types of mosses. This rack here is also mostly plants. They do keep some of their fancier bettas in there, but the majority of them are stocked with just plants for sale. They have a samurai beta in here that's gorgeous. Oh, there he is in the back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see him. He gets lost with the background, but he's a really good looking fish. He's hiding right now. Some more plants. Seems like most of their betas have been sold already. Have some micro swords. I'm not sure what. I guess it says Rotala Naha. This one back here, I've never seen that before. That's new to me. Some water sprites, some swords, some crypts. I'm thinking a lot of crypts. I'm thinking 2 of these, 1 of these, and there's another one down here that I'm also going to try. I've never really had I've never really kept crypts before, so I'm going to give them a try. And that's usually plants that I don't find at the PetSmart where I'm at. Some more swords. Looks like a combination of swords and some Luigi. And I'm taking some of these crypts down in here. So let's come around to the other rack. In here he's got some guppies. Look at the tails on these guys and the colors. Some beautiful fish. Dumbo Moscow. These guys are gorgeous too. A little mix of rainbow fish in here. He's got some millenniums. It looks like some female basmanis. And the other ones I'm not really familiar with. Then down here, he's got an assortment of cichlids. He's got some jewel cichlids that I thought were really neat. And of course, this is the star of the store. I've been one that I've never really, I appreciate these tanks and these fish, but I've never been one who really want to keep them because they do require big tanks. But I'll tell you what, this tank right here is making me want to change my mind. They are gorgeous. The colors on these fish, now I understand why they say they can rival saltwater fish. It's no joke. I know it never really comes across on camera when you're trying to film these guys, but you got to be here to see them. I mean, the colors on these guys is stunning. And that's pretty much. Oh, we got another section that Devin's going to take us to, and I guess this is part of their warehouse where they store some of their fish. Oh wow, this still goes way back.
Oh yeah, so we got a betta wall right here. So we keep bettas in these things. This is kind of our online storage for our bettas. Back here is where I breed African cichlids. So down on the ground on all these 40 breeders, there's a breeding group of every African cichlid that I breed. I have about 40 different species I breed here in the shop. Whenever I have babies, they go in these 100-gallon pools. These are all full. There's about 6 broods in every single pool. As they grow up, I move them.
Oh wow. Oh wait, look, he's got egg tumblers down here. Look at all those egg tumblers, and they all seem to have eggs in them too.
Yeah, we go through about this many tumblers every single week.
Got some little fry in there. Wow. So you guys are really producing mostly all your African cichlids then, right?
Yeah, in the online world, African cichlids are a huge part of this. So then when they get older, I move the babies into these big blue pools.
Wow.
And then I get in here when people want to, when they're interested in African cichlids, I'll just get in here with this big net. I just pull a bunch out like that.
Wow.
People just hand select them.
So you can pick your own fish. Wow.
Yeah, and we've got, I mean, the pools just get bigger as they go. So all of these are full.
Now, on these Africans, how big do they normally get when they get to full-size adults?
The ones that I breed, there's some of the species only get to about 4 inches maximum. Some of them get all the way to about 15 inches.
Okay.
So it just depends on the species. Like I said, I do about 40 different species here in the shop. There's more on this side, on the ground. There's more 40 breeders. This is a mirror image of the other row. And then back there, there's more breeding tanks on that rack back there. But yeah, we got 22,000 gallons back here. And we probably have a good 15,000 fish if you count all the baby fry. And we just rotate them through. So we grow them through, rotate them. We have a shipping station in the back corner. That's where we bag and box and send out fish in the mail.
Now, do you have centralized filtration for all of this, or?
Yep. All of this is on one system.
Oh, okay.
And it slowly trickle drains. And so throughout the day, it's just draining a little bit, and there's float valves in the sump that fill it back up. And it equates to about 15% new water every 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
So the whole system changes over. I keep it kind of warm in here, and the reason I keep the air warm is because it helps to keep the water warm without having to heat it. It's a little cheaper to do it that way. But yeah, all these are drilled together. So they're overflowing from the top, they overflow all the way down, and then they go back to a common sump. And then it pumps back up.
Well, that's pretty impressive. All right. Running everything off an air system. And it's a really big operation in here. Are these not started up yet?
They are. At night, I cover them with plastic. It helps to keep the humidity down.
Okay, yeah.
And it keeps the water warm. So I have these on all the pools.
Oh, okay.
But, we just opened up this morning, so I've only uncovered half of them, but I usually roll this back every day. And there's fish under there too.
And these are just regular, would be considered house pools that you've converted over
I
into?
bought these on Amazon, so they're 800 gallons. And they're usually about $100 to $120 on Amazon. So you can do better than that price per gallon.
No.
I also bought the littler pools on Amazon. They're about $30 and they're 100 gallons. So it's kind of like a double-sized lowboy because they're only about 10 inches tall, but they give a lot of lateral space because when you're growing out these fish, they don't care about vertical space. They care about having lateral space. So that's what I was trying to do, is maximize as much lateral volume of water as I could.
So for a fish to grow quicker, they need to have more water volume. That helps expedite the growth.
Yeah, so growth for fish, especially African cichlids, is about heat, it's about constant water changes, and it's about lateral volume. So a lot of people do the IBC totes. That's a very common thing in this hobby. And it's not bad. I mean, the reason that I think a lot of people do it is just because of the cost. Because you can buy one of those, they're usually around 300 gallons. You can buy them used for maybe like $100 to $150. And that's not bad. The problem with those is that there's so much vertical space. And the fish don't notice the vertical. What they notice is horizontal space.
Okay.
And so they want space to move, and that's what helps them grow. And so I try to give them as much of that space as I can. So it's better to stack these up 3, 4 high than it is to have 2 IBC totes stacked high. And I seem to grow my fish a lot faster that way. I've been doing this for so long in my own garage that I've tried all the different methods and I've compared them side by side to see how can I get a fish to grow even faster.
Okay.
And so far, this is the fastest I can get a fish to grow. I can take it from a fry to a 4-inch fish in usually about 6.5 months.
That's real quick. All right, well, Devin, I really want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to come here today.
Yeah.
This is quite an operation. I had no idea that this was going on in the back of the store. One of the things that I'm really impressed with is the color your fish have. Almost to the point where it almost seems like they're I guess genetically, what do they call it, where they come from overseas, that they stimulate them to get that color. Yes.
Yeah.
But from what I'm seeing, this is all stuff you're growing here. So this is all natural. The fish that you buy here, they're always going to look the way they look. So you don't have to worry about them being discolored or anything like that. So that was one of the things. It's too bad that the camera can't really pick it up. But when you look at these fish in person, it's unrealistic, really, the color that they put out.
Thank you. A big tribute to that is our food. You know, I have our own food made. I've become a big food snob over the years. A lot of the main brands, they do a lot of fillers in their food. So they put in like wheat germ and soybean meal and all these yeast and all these things that your fish don't really need. It doesn't hurt them, but it's not helping them.
Yeah.
And it's just to make them poop more so you buy more food. So I had my own food made and really focused on getting quality ingredients and then color enhancing ingredients. And that's like axanthin that brings out the reds of fish. Soy lecithin brings out yellows, and spirulina powder brings out the blues and the greens. So my food is loaded with those items, and it helps to really promote and bring out that coloration.
Well, you can tell. You can tell definitely by looking at the fish that there's something going on that makes them be so vivid. It's just so bright, the colors you see on these fish. I've seen African cichlids before, but then again, it's been like, I don't know, PetSmart or Petco or something like that. But to actually see somebody that breeds the fish, I understand now why people fall in love with these fish. It's real easy to do it.
Well, thank you, yeah.
All right,
if you're
Devin.
looking for African cichlids, this is the place to come.
well, hopefully we can get some people to come your way and help your business grow in that aspect. I'm looking forward for when you guys actually get going on the online side, because then I don't have to drive all the way up here.
Sounds good. Yeah, we should have the website done about the next 30 days.
All right. Well, thank you, Devin. I want to thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll be seeing you again soon.
All right,
thank you
for coming out.
All right. Well, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. I really want to thank Devin for giving us the opportunity to come here and look at his store and look at his warehouse operations. That was really impressive. Just real quick, I wanted to show you the food that he was talking about and where they provide their own food. Let me go ahead and turn you guys around. And this is the food that he was talking about that they actually produce. And if you can look at the ingredients, it doesn't have a whole lot of fillers in there. You're actually getting quality products for your fish. And if you really want to bring out those colors out of those African cichlids, it's well worth a try. What's usually the price for these?
For a half-pound bag, it's $17. For a full pound bag, it's $30.
Yeah, and I can tell you guys, based on what I'm seeing here, it's well worth the price.
And we have it for bettas and community fish as well.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
All right. Well, once again, I want to thank you guys for being here, and I want to thank Devin for allowing us to be here, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Well, we're done with the tour here. Now we're going to get headed over to the club meeting. Hopefully I'm not running a little bit late. And once we're there, I'll try to take some footage of it and show you what happens there. And thanks for being here with me. All right, see you guys in a bit.